Welcome, wilderness explorers. It's Miss Gisa, and today we are going to check out the Cesar Chavez National Monument, a great place to visit in honor of Cesar Chavez Day. The monument is located in Keene, California. Cesar Chavez dedicated his life to working to gain rights for farm workers. The Cesar Chavez National Monument is also called Nuestra Señora Reina de la Paz, Our Lady Queen of Peace, or simply La Paz, which means a place for peace. Cesar Chavez lived here since 1971 and also established the national headquarters for the United Farm Workers here. This was a community where over 250 people lived, and it had a school, homes, fire station, community center, and offices. President Barack Obama designated La Paz a national monument in 2012. I'll tell you more about Cesar Chavez, this very important man, at the Visitor Center. Before visiting a national park or any new place, I like to read books about where I'm going. You can get these from the library, or I've also put links below. I love sharing great books that I find with you. Here are some books that I've picked out to prepare you for a visit to the Cesar Chavez National Monument. These books are about Cesar Chavez's life. The first one is called Harvesting Hope, the story of Cesar Chavez, and it's a picture book which is great for preschool on up into elementary age students. The next one is a short biography, also great for elementary school students, called Cesar Chavez by James T. Hickey. Another great picture book is called Side by Side, the story of Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez. And then for the older elementary students, Who Was Cesar Chavez, which is an easy chapter book. And also, Who Was the Voice of the People, Cesar Chavez, a graphic novel. You'll want to stop in at the Visitor Center where you can see a model of a home that the farm workers would have lived in, as well as pictures of Cesar and the farm workers and their struggle for better working conditions. There's a beautiful black and white photo exhibit, as well as a wonderful short movie that talks about Cesar and actually has his wife and children telling part of the story of the farm workers and of life here at La Paz. And don't forget to grab a Junior Ranger booklet. The Junior Ranger program is a very educational program that teaches children and their parents all about the animals, plants, and history of the park. It also teaches children how they can take care of this historical monument and teach others to do the same. Junior Rangers are very special because they promise to care for our national parks and monuments. The more people know how special the Cesar Chavez Monument and all of our national parks and monuments are, the more people there will be to take care of them and enjoy them responsibly in the future. It's up to each one of us to do our part to save and preserve these wonderful places, home to important history, plants, and animals. It's my favorite thing to do at each national park. See the word huelga written here on the wall inside the Visitor Center? It means to strike. A strike is when workers stop working to let people know they want something to change at work. Sometimes workers want more money or better working conditions. Cesar Chavez is one of the most important Latino leaders in the history of the United States. He was a civil rights leader among Latinos in the 1950s. Cesar Chavez and the great farm workers in California went on strike in 1965 for 5 years because they didn't think it was fair to work without access to bathrooms or clean drinking water. They also wanted to be paid a fair wage so they had money to buy their own food and be able to support their families. Cesar founded the United Farm Workers. Cesar Chavez and other union organizers helped outlaw DDT and other hazardous pesticides that were being used on the grapes, and therefore exposing farm workers. Cesar dedicated his life to improving working conditions for farm workers by striking and organizing a grape boycott and improving work conditions on the farms. In 1966, they marched 300 miles to California's state capital in Sacramento to the governor's office. In 1970, the first union contracts between the grape farmers and the United Farm Workers were signed. life for the farm workers would now change for the better. Now let's explore the grounds here. Here we are at the entrance to the monument. The Cuisinette hut, which you see right behind me, was built in the 1950s and was used as a tuberculosis hospital. When Cesar Chavez moved here, the hut became the security headquarters for the United Farm Workers. This is Building 4, which was originally constructed for California's tuberculosis hospital and was the first hospital on site. It was later converted into a dormitory and used to house people living here through the 1980s. Behind me is Building 5, which used to be the Children's Hospital in the 1920s. The United Farm Workers used it as the financial management building. This is the desert garden that was created in 2001 with desert plants found in Arizona, where Cesar Chavez grew up. This is the Chavez Memorial Garden where Cesar Chavez was buried in 1993. You can see the special roses and Italian cypresses. This is Villa La Paz, the center of celebrations, education, and business. Let's take a look. I hope you learned something new about Cesar Chavez and his life's work. And I hope one day you can visit this wonderful monument and experience the serenity here. Remember to enjoy the monument responsibly and to teach others about the importance of all our monuments and national parks. Don't forget to subscribe and go on to other national park adventures with me. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to like and subscribe to support our channel.